He's here.
And he's here.
So now it's time for cue music. Hi there everyone, it's Doran and Dean Talk. I'm Doran.
And I'm Dean.
And this is our third episode of our it's turning out weekly show, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's
yeah. So there's it's flying by when you're having fun. So so it's this week's episode. We're going to be covering a lot of the same, but obviously really great content this week as well. And we're doing a bit of news.
More of the ordinary stuff.
More of the ordinary stuff. So you're probably absolutely bored to death of what's going on in the world, especially in the UK. If you're in the UK, you'll know exactly what we mean. So we're trying to steer away from that if we can, just to keep everything light-hearted and get your mind off things as well. So yeah, really looking forward to this episode.
3 weeks running, Brexit-free zone.
Yeah, we've done all right. Yeah, we've not mentioned the B word until.
Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, no Brexit. So we'll keep away from that one as best we can. Although we may find we'll end up subconsciously falling into that one.
It's hard, but not too really, isn't it?
It is very hard. So this week again, we're going to have this week's news. We're going to be doing some regular segments which we've enjoyed so far, which includes Across the Pond. What else are we doing?
We've got our drinks and our snacks.
How could I forget? Drink of the week and snack of the week, two of our favourite segments. And if you watched us previously on our previous two episodes, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. But if you don't, do go back. Have a look. There's some funny ones, isn't there?
Episode 1 competition ends next week.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so competition week 1, as Dean rightly said, ends. So we're doing a bit of a giveaway, aren't we?
Yeah, go onto our Facebook page. It's Doran Dean Talk.
Mm-hmm.
No and. Don't know why Facebook doesn't like ampersands.
Don't like hands.
No, but go on the pin post.
Hands free.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sorry.
Great. Go on our Facebook. We'll gloss over that one, don't we?
Yeah, sorry.
Go on our Facebook page. You'll see the pin post. Dead easy to enter. All you got to do is watch episode 1, and you could have a nice little treat for yourself.
Yeah. You use that word nice. Very loose.
I enjoyed it. I'm ministering it anyway.
Yeah. So some really good things. Content this week, and like I said, segment-wise, I think we're going to start with this. Okay, so in the news this week, we've rounded up some great stories this week. We're really stoked about these, aren't we? Yeah, it's been really good. Because we don't mind telling you, it's hard work compiling these shows. I mean, you don't know how much work we do for you guys, so it is hard work. But we were blessed. It rained from above with fantastic stories, didn't it?
I think it's finding news that's not shit boring, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard work.
Yeah, it is. And we're staying on planet and going off planet as well this week. Well off planet. So I thought I was my choice for the first sort of story we wanted to cover is there's been a big drive for sort of space exploration. Can I say it? Space exploration for various even private companies about it now. I know old Elon's trying to get involved.
So it's SpaceX, isn't it?
Yeah, SpaceX. That's right. And he's been firing cars and all sorts into space.
He likes X, doesn't he, Elon?
He does.
Tesla X.
Oh yeah.
SpaceX.
Yeah. He does. It's a bit weird.
Yeah. There's 25 more letters in that alphabet though. Elon.
Yeah, he should use them. Absolutely. But no, he's a bit. I mean, he's a genius, the guy. I mean, you can't take it away from him, I suppose. But yeah. So there's been a big drive of the private companies trying to get involved with the space exploration. But a lot of other countries that China are at it, and other countries are attempting to sort of explore the cosmos, and none other than India have been at it as well. So they've been sent up a lunar lander. So they want to actually, or they wanted, should I say, to land a lunar module on the south pole of the moon, which has never been explored before. No. So it's been a bit of unknown territory as well. So they spent a lot of money on it, getting that module up there, and up until this morning, everything was going fine. But not so now. The module itself, which is called they call Vikram, the module.
Hey, almost a 2 come ages, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's not very inspiring. It's not like Apollo or like Stratos or Nebula or anything. It's called Vikram.
So it's like if Britain had a space agency.
Have we got a space agency?
We're part of the European Space Agency, I think.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
But if we had our own lunar module, It's the equivalent of us calling it the Colin.
Yeah.
The Alan.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't really inspire, does it? The module Colin or Alan, but yeah, well, this module they call it Vikram, which I think is a really strange thing to choose from. But anyway, by the by, they've spent a lot of money they don't have on this module, and it got within touching distance of the moon, but unfortunately, it's disappeared. They've lost contact. They've lost contact with it. So just when victory seemed near, it was snatched from them. So they don't know whether it's crashed or anything. They just lost contact. So yeah, I don't know what's happened there, but yeah, they've lost a lot of very, very expensive equipment. So a bit embarrassing, to be honest with you. But
how many astronauts did they send?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. It could have been, I think, multiple. That's all I know.
A couple hundred.
It could have been. Yeah, it could have been.
Hanging outside at Rocket.
Yeah, it could have. It could. Yeah, it could have been. It could have been similar to it's in them on the trains. It's like that. Maybe that's what it is. It's like a cultural thing where. I mean, I can't imagine standing at Manchester or Deansgate station hanging off the side of a carriage. Can you? At least not voluntarily, anyway. But no, they do that. So yeah, maybe it was. Maybe they were just it had 500 astronauts hanging off it at liftoff. But no, I don't know. I'm not sure. So they don't know what happened. Oh no, terrible.
There'll be a Bollywood movie about that.
Yeah, there will be. Yeah, there'll be a Bollywood movie. There'll be a Bollywood movie. It could be. Well, I don't know what could you call it. Apu 13. That could be a good one.
Deep Impact.
Sand Deep Impact. That will happen. There's no doubt. That's a brilliant one. Yeah, that could very well happen. So yeah, it could. I can just imagine them sat there on the lunar module, approaching them. They'll have them beaded things on the seats, won't they? You know, what they call
the seat posture things.
Yeah. Those things that you sit in, and they actually feel good then. They're nice, but yeah, you can imagine them having those as well. So, but poor India have lost their space program module for now. It might turn up.
Cormageddon.
Cormageddon.
I'm having that. Yeah, I'm copyrighting that.
It's been written down as we speak. Cormageddon will happen. I'm sure there's Bollywood producers right now watching this that are frantically writing that down and going to rip us off for it. But you'll hear from our solicitors if you do.
Well,
so
the Vikram, he's a Bollywood star apparently. Mm-hmm. Single name like Cher and Adele.
Yeah, equally talented.
Vikram. So maybe there was something in that, but even so.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Even so, it's still a bit.
It's a bit weird.
Think the resource pool they've got for names. Because they have. Sorry, I'm ignorant here. Anybody Indian that's watching this, they have several gods, don't they? Like Ganesh the Destroyer, or sorry, I might be getting it wrong. Yeah,
we apologise for our cultural ignorance. Yeah, we really do. But
Shiva the Destroyer. That would have been.
Yeah. You can imagine. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the aliens on the moon, on the South Pole of the moon, would thought, what's this coming here? What's that on here? Maybe they thought they're not stopping here. And maybe they just thought bollocks to you, and then they've sort of got rid of them. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out, or maybe we won't. I don't know. Conspiracy and all that. So, and I'm big on conspiracies. Yeah. So.
Well, speaking of rockets, of sorts,
right?
There's a new app There's a new Twitter handle it's called Show Me Your D. I think it was Tweet Me Your D or Show Me Your D. Right.
Okay.
Now what they're trying to do is build an algorithm that will block out, basically, dick pics.
Right.
So
it's like censors dick pics.
Yeah. So for your revenge porn.
What is it with dick pics?
I have no idea.
What's a lot of things? I mean, ladies tell us. I mean,
I'm sure they don't like them.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. I just like a No context, is there? Just a knob.
I've had one all my life, and they're not the nicest thing to look at, to be honest with you.
No, they're not. No, just to prove that, I just want to show you something. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. It's not that wide a lens. So, but no, I can't imagine. That being attractive. But so go on. You're saying there's an algorithm.
Yes, it's an algorithm, and they've asked them to, as long as it's consensual, they want actual pictures of penises.
Right.
It's because they're going to test it, and I think it's like kind of a facial ID for your knob.
Right.
So it blurs out. If somebody uploads your picture of your cock on the internet, it'll pixelate it out. It'll say, "Hang on a minute, that's in our database."
Oh, right, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not.
Right, I get you now.
Yeah.
So basically, it's they're having to harvest dicks.
Yeah.
To develop the algorithm to stop dicks appearing.
Yeah, harvesting dicks. Cockbine harvesters.
Cockbine harvesters. That's what I'm right about doing. Over a bit of that.
We're on
fire. We're not even started. We're only about 5 minutes in. So that's unbelievable. Yeah. But just goes to show you, it's a bit like giving you an injection of a small amount of a disease in it just to protect you against it.
But if they're blurring dick pics, would you not see another picture of Jude Law on the internet?
I don't know. The thought of that is quite exciting, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Yeah, I wonder if it will. It might actually work. It might actually work. That's an unbelievable story. So dick pics, if you've got in fact, I think I remember seeing in research that they've actually asked people to stop sending dick pics. There's that much of a voluntary element out there that people are willing to send pictures of their appendages to this company. They've had to say, our computer compiling this database of dicks has overloaded, and they've had to stop. I just sort of really thought. I would imagine, like with dick pics, imagine like a 1970s cop movie where she's going in to identify a suspect. You just imagine her sitting there with a big binder full of dick pics, going, no, blonde, no. But anyway, sorry, that's disgusting. But no, so I just came to it. That's an unbelievable story, absolutely unbelievable. But so hopefully it'll work. I mean, on a serious note, that's what you want to do. You want to stop anything.
You don't want anything that's coming through. But
no, especially not pictures of dicks.
You got hotels?
Yeah, well, another one that really stood out for me was a very traditional one over here in the UK was a good old tradition of fish and chips. Yeah. So if you're watching from across the pond or anywhere else for that matter, then you're probably aware us Brits, we love our fish and chips. You can't beat it, can you? No. It really is.
It's a simple dish, but you'd be amazed how easy it is to cock it up.
Oh, it is. Yeah, absolutely. You think the elements...
You can get some terrible fish and chips.
Horrendous, yeah. And you can get... some of them are... they can be soggy, they can be greasy, they can be all that sort of... prepared really.
Warm-ups, we call them.
Yeah.
Refried chips. Fucking awful.
Yeah, absolutely. But if it's right, it can be spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. So... But no, they really stuck out for me because... they've done some testing on fish and chips, not just eating them, unfortunately. But
not fish dick pics up.
No, they've not. There's no dicks. I can't even say that. Dicks from fish or fish dicks. Yeah, no, there's none of that.
Do you know crab sticks? You can't say crab sticks without saying crab's dicks.
No, you're right. Never occurred to me.
There you go.
They're vile. I don't like crab sticks.
I love crab sticks.
I
love them.
Not a fan.
Never seen a fucking crab in their lives.
Mock crab.
Sorry, I pulled you off tangent there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, talking about dicks again. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, fish and chips. Yeah, that was it. So with this, there's been a study, a scientific study. Scientists love testing weird stuff, don't they?
They've got shit all else to do. That's why.
Yeah, they just get loads of government money to say, "What the hell are we going to do with this 50 grand? I don't know. We'll go and test fish and chips." But what they were testing for, interestingly, was actually DNA, and they were actually trying to compile a database to establish the variety of fish used in fish and chip shops and so on. But they found out that a proportion of fish and chip shops were using endangered species of fish. Now, been a lot of talk about like cod being an endangered species, and I get that, in terms of cod's expensive, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's dear. It's dear. So if you want traditional cod and chips, you pay for it, believe me. But no, they found that's some interesting findings. They actually found that there was a significant proportion of endangered shark meat in fish and chips at multiple places across the UK.
Yeah.
I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? So when you do sort of unwrap your lovely paper and you smell that first wave of fish and chips, actually you could be eating shark. So I just want you to think about that for a minute. So there's been some revelations about that, and they're actually trying to find out what the hell's gone on, really. Yeah. So with regards to endangered species, so because the last thing you want to do is put an extra strain on the ecosystem. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I couldn't give a shit as long as it tastes nice. I'm not really bothered. Yeah, not really bothered.
Because a lot of places you've got to be worried if you ever go for your fish and chips, where they just say fish, don't they? Fish, £3.60.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, it could be. Well, it could be anything.
A lot of them used. There was a thing a couple of years ago, and Trent Stands went round. They did something very similar, only not to a DNA degree.
Yeah.
And they found a lot of them were using that river cobbler. You can get that quite readily now because it's got a similar texture to cod. Oh. But the cheeky bastards were charging cod price like £6 a piece, and it was like garbage.
Sorted out.
Yeah. That's
all I can say. I mean, it's like going to a fish and chip shop and getting, I don't know, like a panda scallop or you'd be outraged. So we should be outraged by it. You wouldn't want that, would you?
No, just because it's swimming.
Yeah, just because it's swimming, it's like, oh, it's all right then. You couldn't. You'd be mortified, wouldn't you?
You can whopper, big ass whale steak on.
Yeah, like a whale whopper. Actually, yeah, not bad. Good idea that. But you'd be outraged. So it shouldn't be any different for fish, really. But I was just really, really surprised that you could actually go to our coastal towns and buy shark and chips. I've actually had shark meat once. It was actually quite nice. Actual proper shark. From got it from the obviously fish market, and it was nice. Yeah, I tried it. Yeah, it was nice. But quite like pork. Quite strange consistency.
They always taste like something.
They do, don't they? Yeah. We do that, don't we? We always say it was like the chicken.
Or... chicken then. Yeah. Save yourself 20 quid each chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But no, it's so bizarre story to say the least. But starting now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Because it's time for that spoils you last one. Booths, pork pies.
Oh yes.
Remortgage job.
Oh.
Right, so I've gone a little bit low-fi this week, but it still looks good. Yeah. It still looks good. Now, I'll give credit here to Mrs. Dean because she picked these up for me.
Oh, brilliant.
She said, I saw these for you.
Right.
And this, I thought, she said, these will do for one of your snack of the weeks.
Happy days.
So I've got the magic bag. And they look posh, however.
Oh, they're in a bag. Must be a savoury snack of some kind.
Right, I'll put my teeth in because lack of cheetah, patatas fritters.
Very good.
Yeah? Spanish for crisps. Potato chips with black truffle.
Oof.
Still
it is, yeah.
Still showing game.
Absolutely.
Bag of crisps up there. Made in the fantastic capital of culinary science, which is Guadalajara. But to be fair though, a lot of places, like we mentioned in episode 1, you see that without Spanish writing on, and it's made in Grimsby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to be fair,
not that there's anything wrong with Grimsby.
There's nothing wrong with Grimsby. It's best fish and chips of all.
True enough, yeah. It rains a lot over there. Rains. It's always bloody windy as well.
Right, so we've got potato chips with black truffle. Now these were a couple of quid, and they were from the indoor jumble sale that is TK Maxx.
If you're not familiar with TK Maxx, by the way, if you're across the pond or anything like that, it's essentially a place where you can get very expensive stuff at a decent discount price, can't you?
Yeah, the reason it's discount price because they only do it in size small, and they load the shelves with catapults.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
firing on and fill floor.
They do. So there's always a good selection of culinary delights dotted around, isn't there?
The bright yellow then.
Are they?
I'm not worried about that. It's like Edley.
Oh my God, yeah.
Jesus,
I don't know if you can see that. So you see that to camera. Can you see that in there? Yeah, you can, can't you? You can just see that.
Yeah. Yeah, bright yellow.
Bright yellow, yeah. They smell nice.
No, that's not happening. It's all in Spanish.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to...
It's fried spuds.
Yeah.
Some flavour. Yeah, dig in.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, look at that. Nice.
It's unusual. Very crisp.
Yeah, I love it.
A bit, I say, a crisp. It's going to be fucking crisp, but no, that's proper crunchy, isn't it?
Nice.
Yeah, dig in.
So just these are La Chiquita, Patatas Fritas, Con Trufa Negra, which are potato chips with black truffle. That was my attempt at Spanish, by the way. Alright, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a nice, like an earthy, very mushroomy flavour almost.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, nice these. I could eat shitloads of these.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm redeeming myself after episode 1.
Absolutely,
surely.
It's getting better and better. I suppose if you want something, an alternative to the regular flavours, and something a bit different, that'll definitely do it. They smell gorgeous. They sit here like a horse with a nose bag. Well, they're lovely. Yeah, very nice.
Oh,
I could easily smash them up.
Gluten free.
Oh, can't have everything.
Not the gluten's. I was just checking because I know there must be some vegan people watch us. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah. What did you hear about that vegan in what was it? Australia?
You've got a vegan in Australia.
Yeah, mate. I know. Again, if you're not familiar, in Australia, it's like the barbecue capital of the globe, isn't it?
There must be only one there.
Yeah. They just basically cook everything outside, and it's always something that's died. Yeah, there's a story I picked up on with regards to a lady in Australia who happened to be a vegan, and I suppose I could talk about vegans for all.
You mean rant?
Yeah, well, rant. Yeah, there is that, and I'm not going to. You'd be glad to know because we've only got so much space on the memory card, so I'm not going to clog it all up with anti-veganism. But on that note, beside the fact she's a vegan, she actually sued her next door neighbour. So you think, right, okay, you hear a lot of this, like boundary issues, trees, all that sort of thing, noise pollution. She sued her neighbour, who was her Australian neighbour, because he was having too many barbecues.
In Australia.
In Australia. And she said it was making it intolerable to live there because every time she went outside, it smelled of meat. And she couldn't. It was causing her emotional distress.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. So unfortunately, guys, it's the world. Unfortunately, the world we're living in at the moment. There's some crazy people out there. So yeah, it's I can't believe that in Australia, of all countries, the meat-eating capital of the world, and a vegan is suing a neighbour because she's causing meat pollution.
Like vegan beliefs are like bollocks. It's fine if you've got them, but just don't rub them in my face.
Very true. It's a great analogy, that.
Because they do, some of them, aren't they?
Yeah.
You'll be walking down the street eating a fucking steak bake from Greg's.
Yeah.
Oh, you've killed that. I fucking didn't love it. We're already dead when I eat it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, do what you want to do, but just keep it to yourself. Don't interfere with what other people are doing. And we'll all get along fine.
Well, hopefully.
Well, yeah, maybe. Might not do. Who knows? Who knows? Well, they are an absolute winner. So, unfortunately, that comes to the end of Snack of the Week for this week.
So we're going from Australia
to... Okay, so in this section, we're back here on the good old US of A. If you've watched our previous 2 episodes already, you'll know this segment quite well, where we just pick out a couple of stories that we've noticed from across the Atlantic, don't we?
Yeah.
So our American friends, and we mean no harm, by the way. We always say this bit because it can come across that we're sort of picking on America, but we are a bit, but we're not.
We are a bit, but like we said in episodes 1 and 2, it's the land is so vast and the media is so free that we get some bloody juicy gems out here.
Oh, so, you're an endless source of entertainment. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. We could do a US special, couldn't we? With weeks of material.
Yeah, from two lads from north of England. It's like a bloody cornucopia of news, isn't it?
Oh, great word, that is.
I'm on fire today, mate.
Brilliant word. Yeah, absolutely brilliant word. So yeah, so in Across the Pond, what have we got this week, by the way?
Well, we're starting off with something a little bit dark, right? So I'll skip over it as best I can, the dark bit. It just baffles me. We've just touched on it then with veganism. Just world's going daft, mate. It's just
it is.
Now, there's a chap across the pond, and very tragically, 11 years ago, he lost his son. His son died. He's only a baby. And the reason he died was he was supposed to drop him off at nursery or daycare, whatever they call it over there. He'd stopped for something, like stopped at shop on way to work for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Got back in his car, got back to work, jumped out his car. He'd done almost a full day's work. One of his colleagues come up to him at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, saying, "Mate, why is there a doll in your car?" And he said, "What are you on about a doll in your car?" Now, in the interview, he said, "My heart sank and realised what I'd done."
Yeah.
So he ran downstairs, and it was in Washington DC, I think that's what this was. And it was summer. You know what their summers are like.
Yeah.
Our summers in the UK, if you're watching from across the pond, the shit. They're at a mess, aren't they? You get about 4 days worth of decent-ish weather, and that's it.
Yeah, they are the shit.
But it was red hot, and unfortunately, the young lad had died in the car. So this lad, this chap, had been campaigning. It's tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. But I'm not going to beat around the bush, because I don't do that.
No.
It was his fault.
Yeah, damn right.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, it was his fault. He did it for involuntary manslaughter and he got off with it. Right? Yeah, now he's campaigned to the manufacturers of automobiles in the US for rear seats, warning devices that tells you that you forgot your kid. If you need one of them, you should not be reproducing.
No, you're right. No, I agree.
Now, having said that, there is one in my car. My car is a Skoda. It has got one in that. But he's campaigned for it now, and all US manufacturers of automobiles from 2025 must have this rear seat warning in. But until then, they've released some tips, right, how to not forget your own kid in your own car. They advise you to either put your mobile in the child seat or take one of your shoes off and put it in the child seat. So when you get out your car, you realise you've got one shoe on, and you go and look for it, and you realise your kid's in car.
Give me strength.
Do you know how many kids have died in America from being left in cars from 1998 to 2018?
Well,
800.
Oh my God.
800.
You know what it says to me? That it says that those sorts of things. It says to me that what they're actually saying is you're more likely to remember your mobile phone than your own kid.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought
Work
of that.
out.
Yeah.
So you have to put something that you would remember more readily where your child is. Work that out. Oh my God, are you really that dumb that you have to you do something as ridiculous as that? It's crazy.
Oh, it's across the world, don't it? Everybody wants everything spelling out for them.
Yeah.
Because if you need that kind of advice to keep your own child alive, you should be neutered, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
You should apply for having a kid, and you give them that. Do you think that bit of advice about taking your shoe off's good? Well, yeah, it's pretty handy that. You should get the balls out, 2 bricks, bang.
Oof. Yeah,
done.
No, I agree with that. I agree. Should never be allowed to have children. But speaking of neutering, there was a story that jumped out for me, a New York Times story.
We're doing a lot of genitals today, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of genitalia. Yeah, there is a lot, but we're quite open-minded here. But no, there was a story that came from the New York Times, which I really liked. It was a story of. I mean, we've all like it's a bit of a somber note to start with, but you'll get where I'm going with it. Guy lost his pet cat called Garlic. and little Garlic had passed away. Very sad, obviously, if you lose a pet. And he was mortified. Now, it just so happens this guy happens to have the means to do this. Not everybody can. Very few can, to be honest. But what he decided to do is have his cat cloned. Now, it's a bit of a funny one, this one, because you're on about this life-death thing, and you know, part of life is death, unfortunately, and when the time does come, it's all about processing it, isn't it? Moving on and accepting it, remembering whether it would be a pet or a relative or a loved one for who they were. But anyway, this guy's decided to sort of jump on the bandwagon of ever-evolving science and have his cat cloned. So on the face of it, you think, well, sort of understand it in some ways. You can't let go of it, blah, blah, blah. Right, so the guy paid $35,000.
Ow.
Yeah, $35,000 to have his cat cloned. So the company in question did obviously all the necessary science and did all the sort of replication of his cat. And as the cat developed, they found a bear in mind, I'll just say that again, $35,000 later, he got his cat, Garlic the Second, and he found out very quickly Garlic the Second looked nothing like Garlic the First.
35 grand.
35 grand. So not only has he lost his cat, he's paid $35,000 for a replica of little Garlic, and he got a cat that looks nothing like his Garlic the First. So yeah. So I think the moral of that story is you got to let them go. That's it. It's just you cannot cling on to that. But yeah, bizarre story. It makes you wonder what they actually did. Whether they just thought, bollocks.
Got pet shop and got another one.
Yeah, they probably just snabbed a tabby off the street and thought, well, give him that one. Yeah, give him that one. And they all went out for margaritas on his 35 grand.
I bet Trump spent more than 35 grand on pussy.
Oh, oof. Yeah, he will have done. Oh yeah, easy. Yeah, well, he spent more than that shutting Stormy Daniels up. But that's a whole other story. But yeah, we'll get to it. Maybe not today. But I can only take so much you're talking about him, and then it becomes they get carried away, don't we?
Yeah, let's not listen there. We'll save him for a special.
Yeah, we'll do. We probably will do a full special on that. But yeah. So the moral of the story is cloning animals.
Animals, no. I don't know. Animals, no. Humans?
Maybe.
Who would you clone?
Well, speaking of clones, one thing, the other thing that cropped up to me, even a little side note, is Jennifer Aniston.
Twing?
Yeah. Yeah. Although I never liked Friends, I'll be honest with you. I find it very, very...
Now, I've kept this away from him, but if my kids are watching this, he didn't mean it.
No, I
Girls,
did. I have to say
don't come at him with steak knives the next time he comes round to our house.
I did. I don't find it funny whatsoever. I really...
Some of it's cringeworthy, but 99% is.
Yeah. So I can't... I am what I am. I can't change that, unfortunately. So apologies if you're Friends fanatics out there. But yeah, she's turned 50 this week. And she's done some photo shoot, magazine photo shoot. And she looks fantastic for her age. I mean, 50 years old, she looks absolutely fantastic. But unfortunately, again, symptomatic of the world we live in, she's come under heavy criticism from the Instagram brigade. I know, tell me about it. Because she's posed on the front of, I think it was In Style magazine, and she's coming for a lot of criticism because the Twitterati have said that she looks too fake, too airbrushed. Stuff like that. So, I mean, for me, it's like live and let live. You know what I mean? I mean, she looks brilliant on there. So every credit, Jennifer, you look fantastic for your age. All right, if there's touch-ups going on, so what? You know, we touched this video up. I mean, we look nothing like this.
No, I have to make myself look ugly because I'm like, look.
No, yeah, we break the internet. if this was our true persona.
Reverse airbrushing, we.
Yeah.
Earthix.
Yeah, Earthix. Yeah, that's very good. Earthix, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, I mean, just leave her alone, for God's sake. It's just bloody, I mean, it's jealousy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's ultimate jealousy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, every credit, I mean, there's lots of women going on social media, which is fine, in terms of posing in untouched up, sort of.
Yeah, natural's
Natural,
fine. Yeah, and everybody can have work done if they want. It's their own life, but you know what I mean. But apparently, our old UK's not answer to Jennifer Aniston, Katie Price.
Oh God.
Jordan. Apparently, her mates are dead worried that she's become addicted to plastic surgery.
Have you?
Yeah. No,
You're joking.
no, I think that she's one of them. She's definitely one of them cases of less is more.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she was actually, when she first started out, and you know, she still was really pretty, but I think she's gone a bit. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
No, I don't know. I don't know. But
Tell you what, have a look at this.
you see, to me, that was. I mean, that's nature in motion.
Darwinism,
Yeah.
natural selection.
Genes. Yeah, genes. I mean, you know, if you want a picture of purity and just natural radiance, then I can't. I don't know what you're all on about, do you?
Well, no. Well, apparently she's wanted to audition for the new Disney live-action Little Mermaid
All right.
for Ariel,
Yeah.
and they said, "Piss off! There's too much plastic in the ocean." Well, it doesn't get any better.
That's brilliant.
But Jennifer Aniston, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jennifer,
very.
brilliant. What's she called? Katie Price. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, leave
Jennifer, yeah.
Leave it alone. Yeah, leave it alone.
Right, all that talk of Jennifer Aniston's made me a bit what's under the loud collar.
It is warm.
Yeah, so mate, I think it is time for right, this week's drink of the week.
Happy days. Lovely.
Now, we had a bit of an IPA last week.
Yeah, we did. It was
wasn't
alright. Yeah. I've checked that out, by the way, on episode 2 of Drink of the Week. Great name as well. And a beverage that had its own soundtrack. Remember that?
It did,
Yeah.
yes. And its very own soundtrack.
It did.
Now, what I've done, I didn't want to go daft again. So,
Oh, Jesus.
no.
Alright.
It's alright.
And he always needs reassuring words at this point
Alright.
because I get a bit nervous because, but I don't know what's coming. So, and genuinely, we don't do it. This
Nope,
is a
I
secret.
keep 'em in the dark.
Like even with our La Chiquita patatas fritters con trufa negra.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
I didn't know anything about these.
When it
so-
comes to snack of the week and the drink of the week, he's like a mushroom, kept in the dark and fed shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
I've gone back to episode 1, only a little bit now. Remember in episode 1, drink suit was nice, wasn't it? The Woodford Reserve cider.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh, yeah.
That was a bit of a bargain. It was,
Yeah, it was.
yeah.
It was a sort of a budget end, wasn't it?
It was a budget.
Yeah.
It was still good though.
Good though.
It was very
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So we've gone topper end now.
Oh yeah.
2017 vintage Chaplin and Cork Somerset vintage cider.
Oh,
And this is a Bronze International Challenge 2016 cider winner.
oh my God. So we're into. See, we don't sacrifice on quality here on Dora and Dean Talk. These are prize winning. Say it again. Prize winning.
Prize winning
beverages.
Yeah, International Challenge cider 2016 bronze winner.
Oh.
Oh, that's got me thinking now. We won silver and gold. I will have to find that
Yeah,
out.
we'll have to find out.
Stay tuned for episode 4 of that.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll get to the gold one.
Made in Shepton Mallet, so it's not made in
They were.
Shepton Mallet.
Shepton Mallet.
Shepton Mallet.
Never
So,
heard of it. Is that you made that up?
no, Shepton Mallet
What's
is
that?
I think it's a BA 16 point. Oh, I'm sad. I work in transport. I'm sad. BA Bathway, Taunton
right.
Way. Yeah.
If you live in Shepton Mallet, by the way, just don't forget, message or comment below and let us know what it's like. in
Sounds
Shepton.
like Timmy Mallet's dog.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Word association game.
Mustn't pause, mustn't hesitate. Exquisite medium dry Somerset vintage cider. Now, I'm not going to read all this because it's a fucking spiel and a half on back of this.
Yeah.
Now, it is a bit strong. It's 8.2%.
Oh my God, what are you doing to me? 8.2.
8.2. So, it's either going to be wonderfully crafted and nice and have a bit of a tang, or it's going to be screen wash. So,
Well, let's hope it's the first one.
right.
I'll just put the energy drink down.
We'll do usual. I'll go glass, you can have a bottle.
Very kind. Nothing nice in the sound of freshly poured beverage. It's fizzy. Can
It's
hear
fizzy. It's fizzy as out, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
I can hear it.
No sediment, so you're alright.
Okay, so here we go. And he always looks after me. I always say this because it's nicely chilled. as well. So nice label as well. It looks like something. It looks like very classy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It looks like it looks like a.
You can see that.
Looks like an old postage stamp, doesn't it? With
Yeah,
right
it does look like an old postage stamp. Yeah. So just to recap, so this is 2017 vintage, can't say, Chaplin and Cork Somerset vintage cider, with a very impressive or slightly terrifying 8.2% volume. I can't read that. What does that say? Exquisite, medium dry. Yeah, like Dean rightly said, it's the bronze winner at the. What is that? What was it again?
Oh, it's scuffed in it by.
Oh yeah, never mind. I can't read it, but it won.
Challenge, cider challenge, 2016 bronze winner.
It is. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a whirl. So
Go
cheers. Yeah. So cheers everybody.
Cheers,
up yours.
Oh, that's strong.
Jesus Christ.
Hell's bells, that's strong. Isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's smooth. I'll give it that. It's very. It's smooth, but by Christ, it's strong. Jesus. Cheers, everyone.
That's one step away from 2020. Anybody in UK who were ever a teenager in our era,
yeah,
you'll know what 2020
you'll know
is.
about that. Yeah, you'll know what colour vomit turns when you drink it as well.
By the Christ, that's strong.
It's like you should have it as a short.
Yeah.
It's like you'd have a little tipple of it. Right, I couldn't drink pints of that.
No.
I'd be legless.
No.
Absolutely legless. But all in all, nice drop that. Jesus, strong.
That's definitely a one bottler in front of tally, that.
Yeah, unless you're a hardened drinker, I suppose. I mean, I don't know if it's something that any alcoholics out there can.
Moldovans.
Moldovans. Yeah.
We're not calling you all alkies.
Well.
We picked up on a little nugget. Apparently, in Moldova, the mayor of a town called. I'm not going to say how it's spelled because it can't be. It's Puhoi, so it's not Puhoi. It sounds like SpongeBob with a shit fetish. Poi.
Yeah.
And apparently, this mayor has said that you're not a real person if you don't drink.
Well, I think I probably concur with that in many ways. I mean, there are funny people that don't drink, though, aren't they? I don't drink.
Yeah,
I
don't drink.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a funny one. I mean, we all try and be. I'm trying to be good at the minute, but no, I mean, you don't drink at all. It's strange. I can't imagine being socially around people and not having a drink. It's probably
awkward.
A sad indictment of people in the UK, to be honest with you. But because they do that abroad, they can go out and have coffee, can't they?
Yeah.
And just have. I mean, I love coffee, but you can't beat a pint or something, can you?
No, definitely not. There's no being pints if you're going out. You don't go out for a coffee.
No.
Point. You got a kettle in your house.
Yeah, absolutely. Why would you? But no, that's so. What? So Moldova's particularly.
Yeah, no. Apparently, apparently his personal assistant kept turning up for work absolutely kale-eyed, smashed off his tits, right? And he actually, this mayor, he run a competition. This is how bad it was. He run a competition, right? And he said, if you stayed sober for 6 months, which I've done by accident, to be honest with you, if you stay sober for 6 months, couples, you get all kinds of benefits. You got you a job and you get a bit of cash. Got you a job, right? 20 couples applied, right, for the mayor.
So 20 couples in Moldova.
Couples, yeah, applied for this mayoral job. Anyway, for mayor. 20 couples applied.
Right.
Sober 6 months. How many won?
5.
One.
One
couple.
Oh,
one couple.
So one couple out of 20 couples couldn't stay sober.
Couldn't stay sober. Now, the best bit is, he stayed true to his word. The one couple, they got jobs, they got the cash. I think it was 6-7 weeks later they turned around and said, "Tell you what, mate, it's not worth the hassle." Went out and got smashed.
Oh, God. Oh,
but apparently it's a bit of a problem over there. He said everybody over age 50, anybody age over 15 in Moldova will drink 15 litres of pure alcohol a year.
15?
Yeah, now that's pure alcohol. That's not 15 litres of wine.
And got 15 years of age as well?
Over 15, yeah. So you could be 16, 15 onwards.
Oh my God, that's horrendous.
Yeah, so that's not 15 litres of...
Sounds like one of our parties, that.
Yeah. We'll have better.
We might film one of them one day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Remember the bath of, what was it, 1998?
Yeah, we're in dangerous territory here.
Yeah, we'll stay away from the internet on that one.
Yeah, there's people we know who are watching this.
But that's 15 litres of pure alcohol. So that's all the alcohol taken out and put into litres. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god!
So it's not 15 litres of beer.
It's like ethanol.
It equates to 167 bottles of wine.
For a 15-year-old, on average. Oh my god, that's horrendous.
Yeah.
You have got a problem. Yeah, I mean, there must be denial in Moldova.
They said 1 in 4 people in Moldova will die of an alcohol-related illness.
I'm surprised not all of them.
1 in 4. And apparently the worldwide average is 1 in 20. 1 in 4.
Oh my god, you've got a problem, Moldova. I wonder why. I wonder if Moldova's that shit. Apologies to anybody is watching this from Moldova.
Yeah, there's no else do.
Well, you'd be too pissed to remember this anyway, so it'll be... But, yeah, what's up with you? I mean, I know it goes dark early, nothing much to do other than, you know what, and have a drink. But yeah, I mean, there's other countries like that, and they're not all raging, screaming alcoholics, so what that's about. Very weird.
Yeah, but we'll stay clear of the Bath story of '98. But...
Yeah, we will do, yeah. We'll have to.
Speaking of historical events...
Yeah, now it's time for this. Okay, so in this segment, we're going to cover a couple of stories we picked out from history. Always like to look back and reflect on what happened on this day, or this week really, in the past. So we always pick out a couple of events or people or things that have gone on in the past that jump out really, that we think are quite significant as well. So first one that jumped out to me was this week in 1998. It was Google was founded.
That far back?
Yeah, 1998. So
we barely had internet then, didn't we?
Yeah, you had those weird dial-up machines.
Yeah, dial-up, half an hour without internet.
You'll know our pain. If you were at a certain age, you kids don't know when you're bloody born. I mean, anybody born really 2000 and after, you don't know you don't know our pain. You really don't, do they?
No.
They just don't know. You should take days on end to download something. Literally, you took, didn't it?
Well, we used to have them dodgy music sites, didn't we? Like LimeWire and stuff that were full of, had more viruses than bloody back alley in Bradford. But you wanted to download 2 songs, pirate rip songs, like you didn't pay for them, pirated. 2 songs.
Allegedly.
Yeah. It was like 3 hours for 2 songs.
Oh, it was horrendous. Yeah, it was more. The internet was more of a pain than a.
It wasn't worth the hassle, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was only later on it really got sort of usable as such. But yeah, so Google 1998. So it was found, and the rest is history, isn't it? I mean, 21 years later, it sort of crossed every cultural boundary across the world.
Well, if you said Google, there's very few, apart from people write-outing sticks, they're not going to, they know what you're on about, don't they?
No, that's absolutely. I think even like the most remote farmers in China would probably know Google, wouldn't they? It's one of those words like OK or Coca-Cola or anything like that. Google.
Google's not allowed in China.
Oh, of course not. No, you're not allowed. Yeah, they won't.
Is it been do the search engine?
Oh yeah, yeah. You have your own state-run search engines. Apologies for that as well. But yeah, if the Chinese state are watching, just let your people bloody Google something for God's sake. What's up with you?
Talk about monopolies though, don't you? Google.
Oh yeah.
What else is there? Bing.
What the fuck? What is Bing? I mean,
I accidentally used Bing the other day at work. I didn't even know I had an Internet Explorer on my computer because I always use Google Chrome. And I opened it and I thought, fucking hell, Bing, I've not seen that for years. I've just seen Bill Gates sat at home fucking cracking one off. Like, somebody's on it.
Yeah. No, listen, don't try everybody else. He's just got it sewn up.
So. We used to have Ask Jeeves, remember that?
Oh, there's loads.
Oh, shite, that one.
Firefox, that was the other one.
Was it Firefox? That's operating system.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can use Firefox.
Just got to show you what I know. But no, Google, AOL search, I think that was the one.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah. God. Google, you just got it right. So every credit, and they've probably made a few quid, haven't they?
Well, just a bit.
Yeah. They probably don't have to work too many hours, do they? I would have thought.
It's just one of them. It's a nice name, though. It
is, yeah. It's funny. Yeah.
It makes you think that they're like a couple of brothers running it out of the shed, not a multi-billion-dollar company in San Francisco. I think they're based, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think it's ranked as one of the best employers to work for as well. They only have to work about 25 minutes a day. And they get about
ping pong tables at the desk.
Yeah, they get about 8 hours of rest periods and beanbags to sit on. So
They never get me out of that.
no, me, no. In fact, if you've got any jobs going, just comment at the bottom and I'll send you my CV. Yeah. So apparently, it's one of the best employers, and they have some fantastic, unbelievable, like futuristic sort of headquarters, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they bought that weird flotilla, I think, in San Francisco.
Yeah, that floated. I heard
they
about
don't know nobody knows what it is.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like Skynet off Terminator. Yeah, maybe one day they'll just flick the switch.
It's not got the same killer instinct cutting edge to it though, has it? Google.
No. Cyberdyne Systems. Yeah, Google Systems Model 101. Yeah, you can't imagine it, can you? New Terminator's out soon, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. We're old enough to remember going to the pictures to watch Terminator 2.
Oh.
And it was, what a movie that was.
We were amazed at it, weren't we?
Yeah, we shouldn't have been in. We shouldn't have got it, but we did get it.
Yeah, we did get it.
But we looked like this in 1991.
Yeah.
So yeah, we was waltzed in, didn't we? But yeah, great movie. But yeah, that's the danger though, isn't it? As time evolves and things move on, we're putting more and more faith into the technology, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, but I think when we'll probably do some specials, maybe covering something like that, won't we? Maybe.
Oh,
yeah. There'll be. Yeah, we're going to be doing some specials.
You think our episodes are long then? Wait till you get us on films.
Oh God.
And wait until you get me on Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, double oh God. I mean, you'd have to.
Make sure you've got unlimited broadband. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we're going to have to get a 5 million gig memory card just to accommodate. So it could be a long one, wouldn't it? It'll be a long one, very very long. Yeah, very long.
We're going back to penises again.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of it, it's my turn. Penises again. Chris Tarrant.
Oh yeah.
We don't want to give you that.
Yeah.
Balance.
Yeah.
Again, 98.
What was that, Chris Tarrant?
We're going to.
He's 98.
Oh, he should be.
Yeah, he was 98, about 1998.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? First episode, 1998.
God.
How weird's that? We both picked stories from 98, and we brushed on the bath storage incident for alcohol of 98.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
It's 398.
That's a bit weird.
Anyway, yeah. So it's not a great deal to say. Other than
no.
First episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was broadcast in the UK with Chris Annoying Ass Tarrant.
Yeah. Hey, Chris Tarrant. Don't like it. Nothing personal. You're just a twat. But
this is going to make me sound fucking ancient and sad. But did you watch the railway journeys that they did on Channel 5? Now you think Chris Tarrant railway journeys, you think, no, it was actually quite good.
I'll ignore that statement and I'll try and edit it out if possible, but I probably won't be able to. No, I'm only kidding. It's funny on programmes like that though. You're thinking, oh, I'm not watching that, and then you put it on for 5 minutes, and you end up watching it for about 3 hours. Yeah, it has an effect on you, doesn't it? Stuff like that. It does. But no, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? If you're not familiar, by the way, I mean, you should. In America, you should.
Everywhere,
it's everywhere. Yeah, it was like sort of farmed out across the entire world in terms of.
It's multinational. Right?
Yeah. So basically, if you've never watched it, and if you haven't watched it, I'm envious. But basically, if you've never watched it, essentially you've got. It sounds really easy when you. I remember somebody saying it to me years ago about what it was about, because I never watched game shows really, not really big on them. But so I said, right, so what you've got to do, so let me get this right, you've got to answer 12 questions, multiple choice answers, and you can ask for help, and you get like a lifeline, and if you answer 12 questions, multiple choice, you earn £1 million. So
it sounds easy though, doesn't it? But
yeah.
Up to £1,000, it's like, what colour's an orange?
Yeah.
And then
it is.
You get over like $250,000. It's like who scored the third goal in the,
Yeah. In the 1970
qualifying match between Saudi Arabia and Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
And what was his cat's name?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Was he a clone?
Oh, they do that on Chase as well. Did you watch the Chase?
I can't stand that Bradley Walsh guy.
Oh, it's alright, Bradley.
No,
I like Brad.
No, sorry, Brad, if you watch it. Probably not, but if you are.
So a quick if you don't watch the Chase, they give them an option. They have the cash builder. They answer questions over a few seconds, and they get £1,000 for every question they get right. Yeah. So the chaser comes on, and they offer them. You can either go for the money that you've won, or they give you like an extra life with a less offer.
Yeah.
Or you go for a higher offer. Like if you won £6,000, they'll offer you like £50,000.
Yeah.
But you get a life less.
Yeah. So you're more in danger of getting knocked out.
Getting knocked out. And somebody will take like the one they won and they'll piss it because the questions aren't that bad. And they'll get to the bottom and Bradley Walsh, he goes, I just said I liked it. He goes, oh, you should have gone for the higher offer. I said, yeah, Bradley, but when you get fucking the higher offer, the questions are like, what's the internal stroke combustion ratio of a 1996 Ferrari F40 or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you go through, I'll say the other one, there's like, what's the unladen airspeed velocity of a European swallow?
Yeah. We'll answer that one.
Once Python reference for anybody didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's bizarre, but no, I never really liked Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but yeah, it is 21 years old, so some people must like it.
Remember him that got caught cheating?
Oh yeah, the guy. Yeah, there was a big controversy in the UK. A guy got. Well, there was a conspiracy, they were in cahoots, weren't they?
Yeah.
And there was a contestant who was taking prompts from an audience member who was pretending to cough, and essentially was coughing in sort of like once for answer A, twice for answer B, 3 for answer C, and so on. And he got rumbled, and he went to court and everything, didn't they? They got done for it. Really, yeah, really did.
Yeah, they took it for that. Well, no, what he was doing was they caught him because he were a bit overly obvious with it. He should have gone actually, but what you just said, but what they were doing, he was going. So Terence said, and he gave him the 4 options, and he'd go, oh well, it could be A, pause, could be B, pause. It might be C. I'll go with C, Chris. Final answer. Yeah. And they cottoned on then.
Oh, Jesus.
And they started suspecting him, and he didn't hear the cough on one of the questions, so he went through options about 4 times. He could hear this fella coughing his lungs up, and then his missus started like a bloody anti-smoking campaign.
Oh.
And they cottoned on them. They took it off him and they did him for it.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I think it's just a shit game show, really. I mean, I know I'm probably in the minority, but yeah, not for me.
No,
not for me.
Not
but yeah,
for me.
21 years old. So that concludes, I think, History of the Week for this week.
Done and dusted.
Done and dusted again. So I think now it's time for... Okay, so in this section, what we do is we pick out an individual, or it's not always an individual, it could be just a group of people, but it does happen to be an individual this week as our star of the week. So the reason, because this guy is probably the guy from history, what he did, we made him a star, but the reason it's quite poignant this week is because actually his birthday this week, so my hat's off to you, sir. So this particular guy is a Russian. And his name is I'm going to have to read this. Stanislav Petrov. All right, yeah, thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm not too much of this yet. It's going down quite well, this actually.
It didn't beat your Jamil thingy last week though.
Sorry. You mean Jamil Molodino?
Oh, he's over again.
Doctor. I salute you. Yeah, so he joins the esteemed company of Jamil Molodino, Doctor. And this Stanislav Petrov was a serving naval officer in the Russian Navy. And in 1993, sorry, not 1993, forgive me, 1983, was responsible for pretty much avoiding World War III. Yeah, so what happened was he was manning an early warning system station, and the system alerted him to the launch of 6 Minuteman intercontinental ballistic missiles, which apparently were heading straight for the Soviet Union. So inevitably that would have and probably should have set off World War III. And what he did, the hero that he was, and he is to this day, happy birthday sir, was he basically didn't tell his superiors that this alert had come about. Yeah, so risky stuff really, think about it. But yeah, he did.
Did he forget or did he?
Yeah, I think he just thought, well, I don't know, he just thought, right, I'll do that in a minute. And then, he might have just thought, I don't know, he might have been on his dinner. So anyway, he saw it and decided not to tell his superiors because he thought it was probably a glitch in the system. As luck, and since really is luck, would have it, it was. So the Americans hadn't launched their 6-minute-man missiles, and therefore there was no need for a response. Needless to say, if he'd have done his job and alerted his superiors, there's a more than 99% chance that they would have retaliated, and we probably wouldn't be doing this broadcast right now.
No.
Or we might have been doing, but we'd have been a different colour and different.
No,
would have been mutated.
Yeah, it was called the MAD protocol, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, absolutely, and it would annihilate everybody within moments. So thanks to his, I don't know the right word, incompetent? No. Thanks for his bravery.
Is intuity a word? I've had far too much of that.
Yeah, it's affecting me now. Basically, he had the balls to not to wait. Essentially, I suppose if he'd have done what he did and it was an attack.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be a hero.
Soz, mate.
Yeah, sorry. I took 50-50. But no, he decided to go that way and not tell his superiors, and therefore they didn't retaliate. So saved us all from a nuclear winter. But the kicker about this story is he actually got disciplined and court-martialed by the Russian Navy for not doing his job.
Oh my God.
So because there's still a world to live in and a world to get disciplined and court-martialed in, and drink this Chaplin and Cork's Somerset Vintage Cider, he got bollocked for it.
That's oh, Jesus.
Yeah, work that out. So bizarre to say the least. What's that? It's horrendous, isn't it?
These things, bosses are a bit of a twat.
Yeah, that's a hard boss, isn't it? Yeah.
But hey, speaking of twats, right, I've got my sights zeroed in again. Not a group, specific person.
Oh, this is a specific person.
Specific person.
All right. Okay.
Same as episode 2. Episode 1, I went a bit broad. I went on a group. We can do groups. It could be an individual. It could be a group. Mm-hmm. Individual. Now, there's a little town in Devon, and it's called Dawlish. And I've actually been there a few times myself, and it's nice. It's one of the nice.
It's lovely down there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely down there.
Yeah, it's spoiled down there.
Yeah. It's really nice. It's just over the Dawlish Bridge, funnily enough, near Teignmouth. And it's really nice. You do a nice little cream tea there, a nice little beach, and there's a
cream tea.
Yeah, there's a little zoo in Dawlish, and there's a lighthouse, I think, as well. And you can actually walk into the cliff and go through the cliff and out the other side. Lovely place if you ever go. But because it's
there can't be a bad story coming out of this. She's painted a beautiful picture.
Here we go. It is a beautiful place, but it is narrow. If you've ever been to Devon, some places it's a narrow place.
Well, they all have the horse and carts down there, don't they?
Well, yeah. My wife's from Devon. I'll be very careful. I should be alright. She'll not watch this far. We're right at the end till the dogs stop.
She'll be asleep.
Yeah, too much scrumpy.
I'm nearly asleep now.
That's because that bloody antifreeze we're drinking.
Yeah.
No, it is tight down there. I've driven down there, and it's bloody narrow. It really is. Now, this lady had parked, fair enough, illegally in Dawlish, and she left the car overnight.
Right.
So parking, as I say, is a pain in the arse down there. So she's got a ticket, rightly enough.
Yeah, true.
Fair enough.
Yeah, pay, do the crime. You pay, don't you?
I always take a lenient view to traffic wardens. They've got a job to do. Some of them are a bit arse, but this one, oh mate, send him off on the Vikram. He's orbiting the twatosphere. He's in a car. He's got the ump, right?
Yeah.
I'm having a bit of you.
Yeah.
He's got the ticket.
Yeah.
You get them in the little pouches if you ever have them, the little documents enclosed.
Yeah.
They're not very sticky. They
no,
right off. He took the ticket out, unravelled it so it's on an A4 piece of paper.
Yeah.
And he super glued it to a windscreen right in front of the driver.
Oh, joking.
So she's trying to peel it off and it's not coming off. Couldn't drive a car because coppers would do her for, obscuring her view.
What
How
swat.
petty is that? You
should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
Fair enough for doing your job right, but doing that, valent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't. You're a terrible human being for doing that.
That's a 9.0 on the twatometer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you deserve that without a doubt. It's horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just taking the piss.
Jobs worth. Yeah, horrendous. But they have got a hard job. I sort of I get that. But at the end of the day, you park illegally. That's it. But yeah, I also feel sorry for traffic. What do they call it? Do they call them traffic wardens now? I don't know whatever.
No, parking observers. Or
yeah, something like some sort of strange description. But essentially, traffic wardens is that they're always really sort of small, inferior people, aren't they? A lot of these, like in terms of they don't get big brutes to do it, do they? And big guys. Or, they're always like. Yeah. I feel sorry for them from that point.
I mean, you get dickheads in every line of work. You know what I mean? You get some good, some bad. But I know a friend of ours. I'll tell you after we've stopped filming, so we don't embarrass them. They were actually in our hometown, and she was putting her kids in the car. They're only little at the time. She put it pramming, and a parking ticket was running out. The other paying display, and he stood there like this. Wait, watch. Like that. Oh. Waiting for time to run out on the ticket to give her.
Yeah, sadistic that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadistic, absolutely. No.
So if you're a parking observer, or a traffic warden, or whatever, we appreciate you've got what's the word? Unthankful job, unthankful task. Don't be a twat.
No, don't be. Okay, so that just draws us to the end of episode 3. It is episode 3, isn't it?
Episode 3.
It's right. I'm losing all me sort of what's the right word is me recollection of what's going on, to be honest with you. But yeah, episode 3. So, but this is nice. Yeah, this is nice. But I don't like to drink a lot of it.
No, I think that glass is going to do me.
Yeah.
Literally.
We'll do it then. Yeah. So I'm not going to be messy. I might just leave the camera rolling. Actually, just pretend we're finished and just carry on and see what happens. But no, it's been great fun.
Don't do that, because I see dick pics written on wall when I'm bladdering and run a bit away.
Yeah. Send us your don't send us your pictures of your appendages. Please don't. But no, we had a great time and been some good stories this week.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, plenty. The world has given us much this week. So to go on. So hopefully next week is as fruitful. And don't forget as well to subscribe. So the subscription thing is it that one?
Yes, that one, mate. Yeah.
Is it that way?
Yeah, no, it's that way. No, it's that way.
That way. It's down here. Yeah. So don't forget to subscribe and drop some comments in as well. And don't forget we've got all the social media covered as well. The lot. So we've got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Absolutely. And don't forget Facebook's the only one doesn't like.
And Dora and Dean Talk Facebook. Everything else Dora and Dean Talk.
Dora and Dean Talk. So thank you once again. I'll raise my bottle to you and appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.
Ta-ra.